Later this year, you can finally do your part to make the galaxy safe by battling the bug menace in Starship Troopers Extermination. If you'd like to know more, you're in luck because I'm joined by the legendary Johnny Rico himself, Casper Van Dien, and Gareth Woods from Offworld Industries. Welcome, gentlemen. Thanks for coming by. I see you brought some backup here.
Some friends of ours.
Yeah, I always travel with them.
I love it. It's. I feel incredibly safe. This is wonderful. Now we also brought something very cool, which is a brand new trailer. We just got to look at that. I was thinking we could maybe just throw it on again and maybe pause periodically, pull out some details, call out some cool stuff in there. So, yeah, let's take a look.
All right.
So here, these are Starship Troopers. Is that correct?
Yep. These are these people, right here. There's a drop ship coming out of here. I love the face masks that they've added in Starship Troopers Extermination. We didn't have that in the original, but we had coming out like this. That's a plasma bug, right?
Yeah. Let's kind of talk about that. There's some new bugs in the game.
Yeah, we wanted to show off some of the bugs that I guess people have seen already in the early access. But I think the big reveal was obviously the tanker bug, which I suppose we've teased. People knew it was coming. It's in the movie, and that's always been a thing we've tried to push throughout development of the game, is that you're going to get to live action role play the movie. And so if it's in the movie, we want to put it in the game. And so the tanker bug reveal was obviously a big one.
That was
tigers we've seen before.
The tiger bugs are huge.
But obviously the big reveal now when the tanker bug unearths from the ground, the music's at a great crescendo. You really start getting the goose flesh. And obviously part of extermination is extracting safely. But sometimes someone has to stand behind and defend the base.
Oh boy.
And with the nuke, which obviously very impressive.
Good way of handling that.
100%.
Is that the Watkins trigger?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it is, yeah, but with a nuke attached to it.
Yeah, with a nuke. Yeah. Well, he held the nuke. That was the Watkins thing. He held his, when I said to him, "What are you trying to do?" Kill? And he goes, "I'm just trying to kill some bugs." That's Seth Gilliam, who was in The Walking Dead. They named it after him. These people are. Offworld is so incredible. They take the time to look at all the details, and they would add these little things that people would know that watch the movie.
Yeah.
Or go back and watch.
Yeah, basically kind of cram in as many Easter eggs as possible for the fan service.
I was overwhelmed with them.
Casper, I think you were saying this back at IGN Live, but like, you recorded more lines for this game than for like all the movies. Is that?
I did.
That's wild.
It was so much fun. We were in there, and they'd throw something else at me, and then I'd go, "Hey, what if we did this?" So we played when we were in there, and that was so fun for me to have people they're like, "Oh, I got an idea," and they go, "Casper, that was great, but why don't you try this?" And then I'd be like, "Oh my God, that's even better." And then I'd throw something else, and I'm like, "Oh no, that was perfect." So we had so many different things that we added. So there were so many levels, but they already come up with the dialogue. It was so incredible. It reminded me of just like what Ed Neumeyer wrote, who wrote Starship Troopers.
And you're sort of playing like the general. You're like just commanding everybody, you're bossing everybody around, and then the actual.
You get your orders, and the narrative is delivered through Casper and other voice actors. But essentially, you play a trooper, and you've got your NPC kind of characters that join you. They've all got their own backstories. They've got their own kind of personalities. And you essentially go through these series of missions for what is Chapter 1, which will be available at launch. We are then periodically throughout the ongoing live service going to be delivering more chapters. Chapter 2 has already been recorded with Casper, but we'll be able to continue the story through more free DLC that comes out later.
Cool, and it's also like 16-player co-op.
No, that is a single player, but 4-player squad.
Okay. Gotcha.
You're an elite special operations group that are, Casper, the general, has kind of commanded you and cherry-picked you as the best of the best to go out and deliver these special missions.
Cool. Now, so this has also been in early access for quite a while.
Yeah, since May of last year.
Yeah, which is awesome. And obviously, like you've got some extremely active Starship Troopers fans around. Some of them just hanging out on stage with us. What's some of the feedback you've gotten from early access, and what's the community brought to the table?
Yeah, I think people have really appreciated our obvious love of the franchise and wanting to put as much of what you see in the movie into the game. I think the particularly unique selling points of the game have obviously been the 16-player element. I think horde shooters, it's a super popular genre, but no one's doing that kind of 16-player element. I think other games always treat you as the hero. You very much can make a difference by yourself, but with 16 players, you have to team up, you have to work together, and so the unique roles that you play in that squad, and taken from our studio's experience with Squad, our other game, which is a 100-player game, we've really tried to elevate that element of teamwork and coordination.
It's a lot of fun. What they do is they make it. They even benefit. You get perks if you help other people. If you're trying to help other troopers out. I mean, they've been very thoughtful in this, and it's incredible. I go out and I play all the time.
Yeah, you've been streaming the game yourself.
I've been streaming it and also just going out and steaming it by myself, just going out, and I go as General J. Rico, and people are like, "Wait a minute, you sound like the guy from the movie," and I go, "I am," and they're like, "No
awesome.
way!"
Yeah, great for random players to just. I recognize that voice from somewhere.
Yeah,
that's so cool. Yeah. Now, Casper, I got to ask, there's a lot of bugs in the game. Do you have a particular favorite in the game, or just the general Starship Troopers?
Of course, I love killing the warrior bugs. I love that new Tiger Warrior bug, and the tanker bug has always been my nemesis. So that's been my thing. So I am so excited that this has been revealed. I've been wanting to talk about it. I've been wanting to see it, and I've been wanting to play it. And you can get on top of this bug, and you can blow it up.
You do the grenade thing?
Yeah, you can climb on it. Yeah, that's
shoot it.
It's weak point. Yeah,
and more than one person can. Yeah. But I also love that they have carnage, so that the bugs start piling up here and they don't disappear. You have to deal with the carnage as it comes. It's incredible. So the bugs pile up and they can crawl over and get in, but you can also crawl up on them. You can blow them up. You can go through them. I mean, it's incredible. And they don't. You go away and you come back. All those bodies are still there. They don't disappear when you kill them.
That is disgusting. That's just awful. And I love it. I'm very into it. I guess I'm just sort of. Can you give us an idea where we're at with a single player story? Like what's at stake? Where does this fall in the general canon? Can you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to reveal too much because obviously it is a narrative and kind of spoiler territory if I give too much. But essentially, General Rico, who's now a general again, and he's got a kind of antagonistic relationship with the rest of command. But essentially, he's picked you and your fellow troopers to kind of deliver some secret, not so secret missions that. I feel like I'm walking to spoiler territory.
Great. You do this so that you can move up in the game. It also gives you. It's incredible. I haven't seen it yet. I've only done the voice for it. I've heard what they've said. I'm going to go take a look at it today.
Yeah, but it's important to allow people to have their troopers experience by themselves if they want, but also I think for a lot of people to get them ready for multiplayer, which can be intimidating. Mm-hmm. I think for a lot of people, they want to play the single player. They want to feel like they can do their part and not be the sore thumb that sticks out.
Do their part. I see what you did there.
Yeah, you like that.
I see what you
You're picking up what I'm dropping down, yeah.
How chaotic does it get when you've got 16 people just running around? Is it just
I think that's the thing when you first start. It is literally like herding cats kind of thing. But towards the end, I mean, especially when you get to the higher difficulties, everyone kind of knows what to do. They know their part. They know the engineers, whatever role you're doing, everyone knows what the medics do, the snipers do, what the engineers do.
Yeah. We were just talking about this because I've been playing. I've been going out just playing, and I'm like a newbie again. So I'm like totally a noob, which is incredible because I was an OG in the old days, but now I'm a noob again. But I've been playing, and when I'm playing, sometimes you get, you have to have your medic, you have to have engineers, you have to have a ranger, you have to have a sniper, you have to have all the different people. If you get a whole team together and they all work together, cohesiveness, you can be successful. I had an incredible game I played with all these random people, and we were just playing. Like, I can't believe you're here. And I just went in with these people that knew what they were doing. The engineers built an incredible base. They had all these things. You get all the material you need to get to build and get your weapons and get everything up. And then you go out and you kill the bugs, the hordes come, you kill them, and then you have to get extracted. It's incredible.
Victory. I love it. Everybody's got to do their part. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming by.
Thanks for having us again.
Thank you for just providing backup. I love it. You can check out Starship Troopers Extermination right now by enlisting for Steam Early Access, and the full version will mobilize on PC and new-gen consoles October 11th.